Hello and welcome back to another episode of making art in my garage late at night. Yesterday we did some really cool drippy skeletons, which I have already rolled up and put on the shelf. But we also did this guy, which is still not dry, unfortunately. But I'm going to try to work with it a bit anyway. What's really cool is that this one right here, this ink, this grog squeezer thing, on a smooth surface it dries almost reflective. Very shiny. Let's see if I can demonstrate. There, you can see it's very shiny. The rest is kind of matte, whereas this is almost reflective. Now that I've had a chance to look at it a bit better, it's not quite symmetrical, which that's not really a huge issue. The issue that I have with it is that I just don't like it. So, I don't really know how you can fix that, but I was going to take another stab at it and draw some more stuff on there and see what happens. So I'm going to get changed. You like my shirt? It's another one by It's a Great Day to Be a Warrior. It's a pretty funny shirt. I like it. So I'm going to get changed and then we'll take another stab at this. Gloves on. 2 gloves this time. I have this Pentel white marker. Writes on metal, plastic, glass. I haven't tried it yet, as you can see, but anything that comes in such a small, cute little size is bound to be highly permanent. Instant dry, simply shake well before using. And it's got a little activator thing. Oh, that is a strong odor. I have 2 white markers, Posca and Pentel white. Let's see. It's a shame that this isn't dry yet. Always. Tip is kind of hard. So, I know I'm using a lot of different stuff here, and it's going a little crazy, but what I'm thinking is that I'll just keep adding stuff, keep going, just making it look more and more built up until you can't really tell where the pen strokes are. Because the thing that kind of bothers me about using paint markers is that you can really clearly see the lines that you're drawing, and I would like to create a more painted effect with this picture rather than a drawn look. And I think the only way I'm really going to achieve that is if I just keep going ham on all the different colors, and that way I'll get a much more unified looking picture. And I'm starting to like it a bit more. The look is a bit more appealing to me. At first I wasn't really too sure. I didn't really like it that much, but this is the way that it's looking now is starting to make me a bit happier. And what I'm doing here is I'm using what's it called? Not like, but a Posca more fine line pen to get the details a bit more in there. Because what I'm thinking is that every time I add a layer of white or gray or whatever, the fine details will fade. But you'll still be able to see a little bit of them. So what my idea is that I'll just keep adding fine details on top of where they were before, so that way it gives it this more dirty, more organic, and still detailed look, which is what I like. And it's starting to dry a little bit quicker now that there's a base of paint that I'm working on. The paint pens aren't taking as long to dry. I want to keep accentuating the teeth because the teeth are really what make it look nice and creepy. And also by accentuating the teeth, also build up the layers on them too as I go along. By smudging the paint, I'm able to get a much more painted look. Rest assured though, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is just full-on experimentation. Alright, well, I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out. I would like to let it dry so that I can keep building up the layers without smudging too much of what I've created. Alright, so also yesterday we did some of those drippy cowboys. I had a great time doing that, and I was thinking I'd like to do it again. I'd like to try it on watercolor paper. I have no large watercolor paper. I have small sheets of watercolor paper, which are not here. I have to find them. So for now, until I find them, I'm going to maybe try it on some Bristol, which I don't know how well that'll work, but we'll give it a shot. I'll get myself set up here, and then we'll hit it. Alright, well actually I've just looked at the time, and it's actually quite late, so I'm just going to be doing one of these, and then I will be signing off. Well, it's kind of hard to tell what it is, so I think I have to do another one. Alright, this one you can tell what it is. You can actually see what this one is. Alright, well, it'd be cool to have a marker with the same ink in it so I could fill in the black stuff, because I do have black markers, but the ink is just a little too different. So I'm gonna try the same style on watercolor paper, because the problem with the newsprint is that if I go over it twice, I'll make a hole in it, just like I did here. If I go the other way. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you for bearing witness to my experimentation. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your comments and your likes and your subscriptions. And I will see you tomorrow. How interesting. I'm learning so much.